JWINK Reviews here again. Today we're going to review the Moosoo cordless vacuum cleaner model XL618A. This is similar to the corded version that I reviewed a few weeks ago, although there are some differences in this. But first I'm going to open the box and show you what's in the box. So what do we have in the box? First, we've got the manual that's also got a included customer service kind of warranty card. We have the main vacuuming mechanism here. We've got, of course, the battery, the charger for the battery, a cleaning brush, a small brush attachment for cleaning crevices and stuff like that. The brush head, and to my surprise, actually, only one extension tube. And so I'm initially a little skeptical because I would think maybe one's a little too short, but I'm going to assemble this and use it, and I guess I'll see. The one thing that I've noted here as far as a difference between Moosoo's corded version that I tried out a few weeks ago and used is this brush head is different than the corded version. Now, from what I understand, they've now improved this brush head. This is the improved version that works better on carpet. The one I tried before, the corded version, wasn't particularly great on thicker carpets. You could use it on carpets, but it'd have to be like a builder's grade type carpet versus a thick carpet. So it'd be interesting to see what the difference is. They also make a corded version that has this new type of brush head that, again, is larger and a little bit, I think, more designed for carpet use. So we'll see how it goes after we get it put together here. One thing I almost forgot is I still got it in the plastic wrap, is included a hanger with this. I've not been crazy about Moosoo's wall hanging accessory, especially for the corded one. It's not that great. This one's a little bit better in terms of being able to hang it up. The other one, for the corded version, I just didn't like it at all. This one's at least a little bit better, or a little bit more of an improvement. So after about 5 hours of initial charging, as you can see, there's an indicator on the top of the vacuum itself showing that the battery is fully charged. Now, the one thing I don't necessarily like is that there's no indicator on the battery itself, even though you can charge it separately from the machine, or there's no indicator on the adapter charger either. So to really get any kind of idea whether the battery is fully charged, it has to be in the top or in the body of this vacuum to show the indicator. I kind of wish they would improve that a little bit. In addition, I really wish they would include a second battery with this, since there's only one. Now, assembly is pretty easy. I mean, this vacuum basically attaches together, snaps together pretty easy, just like that. The different parts go together. The brush snaps together as well as in together, and it's ready to go. So the other thing that I kind of wish that this vacuum had would be another second extension to make it a little longer, because for taller people, I think this vacuum is going to be pretty short. It's something I think they should have included with this to create a little bit longer length for taller users and for a better reach as well. So I'm going to try this on various surfaces. Now, this particular model says it's good for all surfaces. I previously reviewed a corded model that really performed better on hard surfaces as opposed to carpet, especially thick carpeted surfaces. So it's going to be interesting to see with this different brush head that this one has, whether it performs better for carpet, especially thicker carpet, than the previous Moosoo model that I had. So I'm going to try it on like different surfaces. I'm going to try it on ceramic flooring, wood flooring, I'm going to try it on the carpet I have here, which is kind of what I would consider a builder's grade carpet, which is not as thick. And I'm also going to try it on a really thick carpet that I have as well. One thing I want to note real quick that I just kind of figured out is, again, the instructions aren't always great for this particular brand, and the one thing I noted with the manual is that some of the details could be a little better, and you know, there's misspellings and stuff in the manual, but for the most part the manual's okay. I won't say it's great, but it's okay. But one thing I want to note is there's a little button here for cleaning this brush that I just figured out because the instructions aren't quite clear, but basically there's a little release lever here that releases this little plastic piece that allows this brush to pop up and out so you can clean it. So that's a nice feature. Again, the instructions could be a little bit better in that respect, because it took me a minute to kind of figure out how to manipulate the button and get this separated out. But again, it could be a little bit better process in terms of describing how to do that. But anyway, well, I'm going to try this on various surfaces and see how well this works. Also, the other thing I want to note with this particular model is this has two different suction powers. There's the initial, where you hit with one button, and then if you click it twice, there's a second. So it's got some additional suction power. So we'll see how that plays out here in a second. But again, the battery itself, you're probably going to get 30 to 35 minutes out of this. I do, like I said, I really think they should include a second battery with this type of vacuum. So the one thing I noticed right away is this is, like the corded version, it's actually very lightweight, even with the battery. So I want to see how well it performs. This is like a standard builder's grade type carpet. And even on high speed, the vacuum is not that noisy, and seems to roll pretty smooth on this carpet as opposed to the old version of the brush head that they had on previous vacuums. So I want to see the performance on hardwood floors, which seem to be pretty smooth, as well as ceramic. The performance on a standard builder's grade carpet was okay. I'm also going to check a better quality carpet and the stairs as well. So one thing I've noticed about the brush head is it sometimes has a tendency to get stuck up, and you have to kind of press it down with your foot. There needs to be a little bit better mechanism for this to kind of adhere to the floor. But, I mean, that's a minor issue, but for whatever reason, it seems to sometimes get stuck. So this is a heavier, thicker carpet than what I would consider a builder's grade carpet. I want to see how it performs on this. So it seems to operate fairly smoothly on the heavier carpet, which is much improved over the old version that the brush head that they used to use. And as far as the pickup, it seems to be pretty good on this, even on the standard mode. So I've done about maybe 10 minutes or less of cleaning in some different rooms. One in, with the builder's grade carpet, a little bit on some hardwood flooring, ceramic, and a little bit on heavy weighted carpet or thicker carpet. I want to open this up here to kind of show you. Oops. Hopefully you can see that. Let me try to bring it in a little closer. The dirt that's collected on the filter here, there's quite a bit. So it's done a pretty decent job, as you can see there, at picking up dirt and stuff. So suction seems pretty good with this. The one thing that's kind of a little bit irritating is the filter's a little bit of a pain to get in and out. There's a little notch on the bottom here of this, how this rotates. And again, let me quickly show you the filter that's kind of collected the dirt there around the filter. This particular filter here, let me take it aside so I don't make a mess. This particular filter here actually has got a screen around it. Let me zoom out. It's got a screen around it to kind of protect the inner filter, but it collects the dirt around it that you're going to have to clean out. I recommend cleaning that. And again, there's the inner filter on the inside there. I recommend cleaning that. Whoops. Let me set that back up here real quick. I recommend cleaning that after every couple uses or so. I tend to do it after every use. So suction with this is pretty decent. Again, being a cordless vacuum, it's probably meant for more smaller areas. But seems to do all types of floors fairly well. For the most part, the vacuum rolls pretty smoothly, with the exception of that sometimes that vacuum head kind of popping up a little bit without going back flat on the carpet, and you kind of have to mess with that. But it does definitely work better than the older vacuum head that they were using on their other vacuums. Again, with each piece being detachable, you can use the different attachments for the different for the different areas. Like I said, there's an attachment for furniture and things like that. In fact, this particular attachment is kind of what I would call a 2-in-1. It has the hard type of end piece, but this can adjust with the push of this blue button here and like be a brush as opposed to, the hard end there. I don't think this is quite as powerful as a corded vacuum, of course, but it does a pretty decent job. Again, it's pretty easy to empty the dirt out with the receptacle. You got to be careful; it can make a mess. So I, do it over top of a trash can or whatever. Now with the Moosoo's brand, they do have a 2-year warranty. My only concern with that is this being an unknown brand and how and a relatively newer brand, how well they back that warranty, as well as the vacuum's durability and the battery's durability. So when I initially ordered this particular vacuum and I had a problem with the order. I contacted the brand. I never received a response, which is a bit of a concern to me. So keep that in mind as well. I mean, overall, I consider this a pretty decent vacuum. Again, pro-wise, it's reasonably priced. It's as compared to like more expensive Dysons and things like that. It seems to be pretty well made. It's versatile for the small areas. I think it's best for small jobs or rooms. It has pretty good suction with 2 modes on it. It works on all surfaces, including carpet. It has a 2-year warranty, again, with my caveat in that regard. It's easy to empty. It has an easy-to-read indicator on the top handle here. It has a flexible vacuum head. It's fairly quiet. It has a HEPA filtration system in it. And the filters are fairly easy to clean. And, of course, it's portable with its flexibility with each of the parts can be removed to adjust to whatever you need. Again, the cons with this, my biggie is there's only one extension tube with this, which maybe make it too short for taller people. It only has one battery that has about a 30 to 35 minute run time. And again, the battery reliability is unknown, and battery replacements are pretty costly, about $40 a battery. And unknown durability of the brand or the vacuum itself, as well as how easy it is to get a warranty replacement dealing with this particular brand. A small con for me is a battery, charger lacks a separate charge indicator. It has a 5-hour charging time. The filter's a bit of a pain to take on and off, although not a huge deal. The brush head will sometimes not go flat, requiring a manual adjustment. And it's not as powerful as a corded vacuum either. Overall, though, I think it's a pretty good vacuum. I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars for now.